So, hello everyone, and welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Racey, and I'm going to be giving the reading for you today. This is for Libra and those with strong or significant Libran placements in their charts. For those of you not familiar with me or the channel, please be aware I have no filter. I do not sugarcoat my messages. I'm a very raw and real reader, and I'm aware of the fact that anything can come out of my mouth at any time. So, respectfully, I always give you the opportunity to sign off if that's not your thing or you have kids around or something like that, okay? Before we get started, I do have new merch going into the Etsy shop. It is not in there yet. Venus and Mars and Virgo and Chiron and Uranus going retrograde had other priorities. However, it will be in there soon. So if you like my 7 Archangels sigil shirt, Divinely Protected, it will be in there. Also, my Love Yourself Twin Flames group is back on Facebook. So if you want in, just know anybody who enters into that group for the month has a chance to win a free High Feminine Oracle Records book, particularly signed by yours truly, as well as getting discounted prices on my Twin Flame secret code name readings. All right, so I look forward to seeing you in there for the month of September. Getting into it, Libra. Libra, I'm using my Botticelli Tarot, and I'm using my Icarus Tarot. Okay, so Spirit. For Virgo, or Libra, I just did Virgo. It might be a cusp. For Libra, and those with strong Libran energy in their charts. What is the milestone for them for August? What is the milestone for them for August for Libra? Those with strong Libran placements. What is the milestone for Libra? The Magician. The Magician, you may be feeling the North Node, especially if you have strong Mercurial energy or Geminian energy in your chart, right? Or strong Virgo energy, right? Because Virgo is also ruled by Mercury. So listen, Spirit's working some magic. And this card, as much as it reminds me of Lord Ganesh, which is the remover of obstacles, right? Because of the elephant faces, the 3 or the triple faces remind me of Goddess Hecate, or Kate, however you want to say it, right? Potato, potato. Goddess Hecate, who is the goddess of the crossroads, right? Goddess of the night, the moon, and magic. I feel like the universe is working some magic. I feel like things that you're communicating and or that are being communicated with you are working some magic in order to adjust the mind, which Mercury rules. How the mind looks at the reality, right, for face value, the steps being presented to you. Because whenever you're at the crossroads, it's destiny or karma. You know what I mean? It's destiny or karma. And so it's like if the mind doesn't readjust to a new way of perceiving, you can go back down a karmic road. Whereas if you allow your mind to adjust and to accept the reality, the face value of who is in front of you, what is in front of you, what magic you have within you, what magic they have within them, you can actually walk down a different path, which is destiny's path. So the Magician being here is a big deal. It's a big deal, okay? It is the milestone for your month of August. So Spirit, please give me some insight, 4 cards if you would be so kind, as to what August looks like for Libra. What does August look like for Libra? Those with strong Libran placements. Mind you, cross watchers in the Divine Mirror, this may also apply to you, right, from a different perspective, so keep it in mind. We have the Tower, the Six of Swords, 1s and 6s on the board, with the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. Knight of Pentacles on the bottom. 5 of Chalices on top. So here's the deal, Libra. You may be looking at a cup's half empty as opposed to a cup's half full type thing. Your perspective may be, or at least come into the month relatively pessimistic, maybe because things are moving too slow, slower than you would have liked, maybe because you're afraid that something is not developing like it should, or that your 3D reality is not maturing or growing like it should. I think you might be hyper cautious and afraid of the steps in front of you, right? Almost being afraid to pick a road, right? It's like being at the crossroad and being afraid to pick one. At the beginning of the month, I think you have a huge Tower moment, right? Where the mind gets a slap. The ego gets a slap and says, no, no, you can't go down that road, right? You can't go down that road. If you were dictating mentally to someone, right? If your mind was trying to dictate, I think a bomb might have gotten thrown in it, or at least what feels like a bomb to the mind. And you're being forced to move forward. You're being forced to grow your mind, because if you look at this card, it looks like the swords are growing in the planter's box. Spirit is forcing you to grow your mind. Like you limited yourself to the tower. You limited the capacity of your mind to the top of the tower. I've reached the top, you know, my mental top. I've succeeded. You know, my mind is as aware and awake and can see as far as right here, and I'm at the top. And Spirit was like, yeah, but that's not the top though. Come back down. Come back down to earth, Libra. That is not the top. You perceived your mind to see from the top, but it is not the top. You can grow your mind, and you got to come back down to reality to do that. Because the fact of the matter is, I feel like your inspiration might have felt a little washed out, right? Feeling a little uninspired, not knowing what to do with yourself back down on the ground towards the middle of the month. Right now, around the time I'm recording this, you might feel like your inspiration is completely drained, or you're worn so thin you just want to sleep and you don't actually want to do anything. You're fucking tired. You took quite a fall, right? At the beginning of the month, you took quite a fall, and Spirit is forcing you to mentally grow and to get on the ship that's sailing. Because you can see in the background on this card, there is in fact a ship going down the river to a whole new kingdom. To a whole new kingdom, and beyond the kingdom in the foreground, there's a whole nother kingdom on top of a much higher mountain that's golden. There's this kingdom right here that you think you're sailing to, but on this mountain in the background, there's a much higher kingdom made of gold right at the top of that mountain. You needed to come out of your tower mentally, because you're not just going to the next realm, the next castle, the next whatever. You're going to something much higher. You're going to something much higher. The perspective from there is much higher than the one you had. Spirit had to grow your mind, so fuck yeah, you're tired. Hell yeah, you're feeling like you don't know what to do. not inspired to do anything, because everything that you were doing mentally, everything you were thinking mentally had to go. And you haven't fully adjusted yet to the new path, right? It's like Spirit pulled the rug out from under you with the old path that you thought you were going down. Said, oh, you thought you were going to be here. No. No, though. No. In fact, we have bigger plans for you up here. The view is much better from up here. Spirit is moving you to a higher perspective, so it kind of had to shatter your old one. If you had expectations on people, Spirit had to remove the expectations. Because your expectations on people is a karmic way. It's a karmic way. Expectations lead to control, lead to disappointment. And that's not how you manifest the best. That's not how you get to the golden castle on the top of the mountain. So Spirit kind of had to whoop, break your thoughts, right? Especially if you were staring down the crossroads. Spirit is removing the obstacles in your mind for you, so that you don't go down a karmic road all over again, so that you move down destiny's road, right? Destiny's direction. Spirit's talking to you and communicating with you. This is the Eight of Wands, which is also sometimes Cupid's card. So you could be having a romantic partner, your divine counterpart, someone who loves you, bringing in messages to you outright of trust and faith, or you could be inspired, right, from Spirit, getting these divine downloads that maybe it's okay, maybe I need to trust. It doesn't actually feel correct to worry. It doesn't actually feel correct to stress out. It feels it's almost like wanting to stress because stress is familiar. But it's almost like you're forcing yourself to be stressed. And it doesn't feel right. Like you're forcing yourself to stay stressed because that's what's familiar, but it doesn't actually feel right to feel stressed. It feels off. Because you're not meant to be stressed, you're meant to relax. You don't need to have the ideas. You don't need to have any inspired action on your behalf right now. Like you don't need to take on the stress for other people, carrying the weights of other people. Like that's the Ten of Wands. If you think about rider weight, traditionally the Ten of Wands, let me see if I could find it because I have that deck next to me. There's a man walking up this hill and he's got these 10 wands that he's carrying on his back, and he's essentially going to bring all of these wands or logs or whatever to wherever he's going for other people. And it's like, you don't have to carry it. It doesn't feel right to carry it. So it's like Spirit's like, what are you doing carrying it? Put it down, right? Put it down. Where is this deck? Is it on the top of the deck? I was going to say. Here. The Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands and Rider Waite. He's carrying all of these heavy logs to the castle. And it's like wherever you're going, wherever you think you're going to that castle, you can't bring your burdens with you. You can't bring your crosses with you. You can't bring the mindset that you have to carry other people with you. You have to understand that you have help. You have help. Because if you look at this Tower card, the bomb that hits, the smoke is pink. Pink is the color of harmony. Teamwork. Union. You're not carrying it all by yourself. You got hit with a harmony bomb. Like, you're not alone. You don't have to carry all this shit by yourself. Grow mentally. Mentally grow out of the idea that you have to carry it all on your own. Put them all down, because in this Ten of Wands, he's put them all down. They're stuck in the ground. He's taking a fucking break. You need a break from karma. You need a break from burden. The reason why you're not feeling inspired to do this and do that and carry this for them and carry them for that is because Spirit's about to hit you with a fucking love arrow. Direction. Because if you think of all these wands, right, floating around up here, you think about Cupid, it's almost like Cupid's right there. Giving you divine downloads to relax and trust. Your guardian angel, whoever they are, your divine counterpart, whoever they are, they're of beginner's mind and they're helping you. You are not alone. You have angels here. You understand? It's not all on you. You got hit with a harmony bomb to remind you that you are not alone. Take some time to grow out of that mindset and put the fucking burden down. Put it down. Things take time. Things take time. That's fine. That's fine. Start looking at the glass half full instead of half empty. Because if it's half empty, you're always lacking. You'll never catch up. You'll never make it. You'll never get to where you're going without being super exhausted. You'll never get to where you're going. You'll crash. You will crash the fuck out, putting it all on yourself or putting all these expectations on other people. Like, chill. Right? Chill. So what does Libra need to remember? Spirit, please. Moving into September. From August into September, what does Libra need to remember? What does Libra need to remember? Those with strong Libran energy and or cross watcher. Right. What does Libran energy need to remember? Discernment. Yeah. You're being taught. The universe is teaching you discernment. Remember, you're developing the skill to distinguish love from fear and truth from illusion. You don't actually have to be afraid of life. The universe loves you. The truth is, you are not alone. You're not doing everything all by yourself. That's the truth. The illusion is that you think you have to do it all by yourself, or that it's always going to get put on you. You've got help. You've got divine help. The universe knows what it's doing. Your guardian angel knows what it's doing. Trust moving into September. If it doesn't actually feel right to worry, then don't. Stop forcing yourself to worry because it's familiar. You're going down a new road. Destiny's road, worry doesn't exist there. It's just loving the unveiling of the journey, loving the view, loving the experience of life as it moves forward for you. Life is moving forward for you. It's doing it for you. Life is beautiful around you. It's doing it for you. You don't have to carry any burdens that anybody would put on you. You don't have to put those expectations on yourself to carry it all. You're learning how to discern love from fear and truth from illusion. Love is not afraid. Love is not afraid. Love is not worried. Love doesn't stress you out. Go back to that mindset of being unafraid and not worried, not burdened. You're being blessed to watch the experience unfold before you. Life is unfolding beautifully before you, for you. Life is being beautiful for you. That's the truth. The illusion would be that you have to carry it or force it or make it happen to the point that you crash. Because you weren't meant to carry all them fucking wands. 10 wands, that's a 10-man job. At the very least, a 5-man job. Think about that. You've got help around. Relax. So Libra, I hope that helps. Thank your angels. Literally, because they're forcing you to take a fucking break. And you need it. This is time for mental perspective regrowth. August. All right, so until next time, guys, I look forward to seeing you all rocking my merch. Later on this month, I will hopefully have everything out there. If not, they will definitely be all in there by September. And I look forward to seeing you in the Love Yourself Twins Flames group on Facebook. Until next time, everybody, this is Divine Rebel Racey signing out. Remember, always love each other, and most importantly, love yourselves. Bye, everybody.